Woo.
Hi.
Welcome to the Spark of Madness podcast. This is a very special episode. I'm Matt with Ben.
I'm Ben.
And that's Aaron in black and white. He's actually 50 years in the past.
He is.
Hey, don't forget to donate to our PayPal. If we hit a certain amount every month, we will do a shirtless podcast.
That's true.
That's true. That is the... And then if an extra amount, it will be...
Completely nude?
Nude, yeah. I think they got to really shell out
I don't
for
want to see that. I don't. As intriguing as that sound, I don't want to see that.
Fine.
What are you trying to say, Ben?
I just don't want to be humiliated by the two of you. That's all.
Okay.
And the tour moves on.
Well, I am going to dramatically put on
Looking in the camera.
the nostalgia glasses.
Very good.
Boom. This is my turn. Bitches.
I like it.
I wonder what we're doing.
So we made. I
Nobody
think
can
we've changed.
tell.
We've changed the name of our little dealie this week. But I'm gonna wear the nostalgia glasses as long as I can't see anything.
Yeah, they're not great.
I also can't read.
Really?
Yeah.
You see this? Excuse me. Children?
What was your nostalgia once again?
Mine was a Rocketeer.
Rocketeer, and Aaron's was
Dragon Slayer.
Oh, that was a good episode. And everyone should go listen to the Dragon Slayer episode. Basically, what we're going to do is one of us picks a movie that they have nostalgia glasses for. That is just, even though maybe objectively it is not that great, it is still beloved.
Well, I think the Rocketeer was amazing.
I think it was great.
It was good. No, it was good. But it's not like a classic that like you're going to...
It's a classic to us.
All right, we're off the rails. Where I'm going is I'm trying to make myself feel better because Billy Madison is the movie I chose.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to cut to the screen. It's The Love-In. There.
And now we're getting sued.
Billy.
Billy.
When we were trying to think of a movie for this week, it is my birthday on Friday.
He's going to be 23.
No.
Okay, 24.
No.
19.
And so I was trying to think of, like, if I had to pick a movie for myself, I would, and especially if we're going to go nostalgia, this is the only movie I would pick in 100% of scenarios. If you gave me a movie to talk about, I will say, or if you're asking me, what is your favorite movie? What is the funniest movie? What is the best movie from your childhood? Billy Madison is the answer every single time.
Invariably.
Yes, for me. I've seen this movie more times than any other movie by like a factor of 10. I think.
Bringing math into the game.
So I'm very into, like, this is like an all-timer for me. What is your guys' relationship?
You know, I remember seeing. Once again, I'm older than these two gentlemen here.
By not very much.
By a whole lot.
By 4 years.
By 4 years and wisdom, just pure wisdom. But and you can't that count of
Grandpa's
wisdom.
going to take a stroll down memory lane.
Get him in. Get those sound effects in. What else you got? Quickly.
What else do I have? I got an anvil. How's that?
That's good. So, I don't know. Let me just make mention of this real quick, and I'll tell you about my feelings about Billy Madison. Aaron has recently found the Warner Brothers sound effects library.
Yeah.
And he's going to make good use of them tonight. Kids.
Oh, yeah, I got Mel Blanc screaming.
Do you have any babies? Do you have any baby ones?
I don't. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I only have like...
Anyway, so okay, Billy Madison. I enjoy. I grew up in that movie too. Like I was in grade school when that came out. I remember seeing it a little bit later because we weren't allowed to see it when we were real little. But I thought it was funny. I rate it. I think there's only two really good Adam Sandler movies, and it's Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore. Yeah, I mean, like, but I wasn't like, oh, this is the best thing ever. Like, you know, this is the funniest baby.
All right, shut up, Ben. Shut up, Aaron. What did you think? You loved.
Oh wow.
I largely ignored this movie until like the 2000s. I didn't really care about it, and then when I finally saw it, I was like, this is really funny.
Wow, you have a very different experience.
He does.
You're coming into it loving it as an older.
How do you know I love it?
Am I gonna have to find
I might not.
Well, we got an hour.
I actually do like it a lot, but I didn't watch it till much later.
Like
when I was,
yesterday.
in college, and I thought, oh, this is really good. Why don't people talk about this more? But maybe it's just the people I was running with. I don't know.
Well,
Well, I'm glad at least you guys agree that
Yeah,
it's
he is correct.
somewhat good, but
It wouldn't be the love-in if we didn't all agree.
That's right. So what we're gonna do, because this is a nostalgia glasses movie, for the love-in, we're gonna explain. We're gonna get into why this movie is so good.
Oh,
Okay.
yes. Why is it so
Why
good?
is it so good, Billy Madison? Because this did not do well.
it didn't do well.
What?
It was like a $10 million budget, and I think it made like $20 million.
Well,
So
that
for
did-
that
that's pretty
time,
good.
it did
I guess
great.
that's pretty good.
Yeah, you can see that $10 million was used well in that movie, and you can see that it was $10 million.
Hey, half of that was for those 30-sack lunches, man.
yeah,
That's true.
half of it was to throw one big party
Yeah.
and just splice it 4 times.
Yeah, you're right.
But it critically, it's not well received, and also
Of
like
all his movies?
it was not. It isn't and wasn't well received.
Wow.
But
didn't
I
know
think
that.
it has sort of like a cult
Yeah.
like cult following to it still. But I also like I didn't pull any clips for it, but in like trying to look up stuff on YouTube around Billy Madison, there was like a bunch of younger people reviewing the movie, like people much even younger than we are,
Yeah.
who just don't get it at all.
Oh, really?
What's there to not get?
They're just like, he
What do they
turned
say?
into a musical at one point. Like, it didn't know if it wanted to be a musical or
Oh
not.
my God,
So,
kid, shut up.
we're going to explain
Shut
it to
up,
you, kid,
kid.
why this movie's so good.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
Kid.
I mean,
Man.
it was
Today.
today. You're not a read.
So let's get right into it with the number one
Why is it so good?
of why is it so good for Billy. Stop
wanna
looking
go
at
first,
me.
or-
Swan. Do the Swan one.
Oh, the
Swan one. The Swan one. What? The,
Next
Next
lower
next
third.
lower third. There you go.
Jeez.
Yeah.
what? This is unprecedented.
God, it's not like you're
So-
doing anything over there.
So the idea behind this, right? I think we need to talk about like just because this is Adam Sandler. This is him almost as like the characters he played on Saturday Night Live almost entirely for an
Yeah.
entire movie, and it was his first like lead role in the movie.
Yeah.
What did you guys think of him specifically?
I'm going to say this. Probably for me, why I think this movie is so good is because there was of the other things, not him.
Really? You
Yes.
didn't like him in it?
I thought he was okay. I thought he was Adam Sandler. I thought it was used sparingly. I didn't like him at the very beginning when he had when he did his stupid voice. I hate that.
The Adam Sandler voice.
Yeah, that's
not
that
an
part wasn't
impression.
funny. It's like as the story progressed, that's when it gets funny. Like the very beginning to me, it's not. It's like okay, this is stupid, and I love stupid.
The Adam Sandler weird
Yeah, the
voices.
same. But like,
yeah.
you know, like that garbage. And like it was like, come on. And once it started getting rolling with other things and other characters and other like stupid things, that's when it made me funny. I think Adam Sandler kind of, if I'm gonna be nitpicky, brought it down for me.
So Billy
There was
Madison
some-
brought down the movie
There's
Billy
some
Madison.
funny parts, but when he didn't do the voice, I liked him more. When
Yeah,
he did
yeah.
the stupid voice and
Yeah.
the stupid character, I thought it was better. When he started doing the stupid voice, like that's why I don't like about Waterboy. I hate Waterboy for that reason, because he does that
It's
voice
like to the
through
max.
the whole movie, the whole fucking movie.
Yes.
Excuse me, we just lost an audience member. But
Went from 1 to 0.
1-0. Bye, Nick.
Aaron, what did you think of Adam Sandler specifically?
I don't know. I mean, the first time I saw it, I didn't know quite what to make of it. And again, because he was so stupid in the first 10 minutes of the movie. And then I gradually was like, wait, we're supposed to think he's an idiot.
Yeah, I get it, but yeah, didn't need 10 minutes of it.
He's supposed to be an idiot, but also like there is, and we'll get to it in either the next one or after that. But like there is no there's maybe one scene where he kind of has a redeemable quality to
Yeah.
him. The rest of the time, he is just a terrible
deadbeat.
person, and
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, there's some he gropes a woman. He throws shit on people's catching them on fire. I thought there's so many bad things he does, but he's a good person.
yeah, like he's just like his privilege is just is what is enabling this entire movie, and like it's just
There's no they pretend that like they like to think that there's like it's a stupid movie. First of all,
shut up. No, it's not.
but stupid and good. Like, good. I'm defending it at this point. Stop, quiet.
In the same way
I'm on
that
your
the Three
side here.
Stooges is good.
It's a stupid movie. So, but they try to pretend they're like I've said, this is a stupid movie. Donald Duck doesn't wear pants. It's a stupid movie but they try to make him have a character arc at the end. And it's like, no, he's still a dick. Yeah.
I thought once he got to school, he was much more palatable.
But he was a likable character. Like you
Yeah,
liked
You don't
him.
have to be a good person to be
No,
likable.
yeah, you think he's a dick, but he was enjoyable to watch. He wasn't like I said at the very beginning.
I do think, and I think at the beginning, some of those crazy voices and stuff, they're annoying, but it's also, at least they gave, to some regard, like context to it. Like he's drunk,
yeah.
And
Yeah,
he's
that's what I took away.
Yeah, so it's like, it's not like he just did it all the time.
True.
Which, like, once he wasn't drunk, he stopped doing the voice.
That
and
movie's
he
so
did some other
90s.
stuff.
Yeah, I just didn't. Yeah, I remember people impersonating him in school when we were little.
Stop looking at me, Swan.
And it's like, it's not funny. It's not funny.
Shampoo is better.
Yeah.
I think he played the. It's hard to describe. Like he played it. He could have gone like trying to be mentally challenged.
Which
like
he
he could
did
have gone
later.
that
He
direction.
almost did,
But he took
he
like
did a movie he did that for another movie, Waterboy. But
but like he played it as like I am just an idiot and I need to.
Mm-hmm.
And like there were some things when he was in school where he's like kind of genuinely like I never saw a blue duck. And so I wanted to draw a blue duck. It's like, oh yeah, I like that.
yeah,
But then like other stuff, like he's eating the glue and
yeah. Yeah.
But I liked his direction of like he thought he was the shit and was rich, and so he got everything handed to him, and now he's finally, like, as stupid as it was, like, oh, I want to run the company, even though he ultimately doesn't. But then he's like, he kind of learns to see the little side.
Yeah.
I like that. I know you shook your head.
It
No, I
wasn't
do.
a
I like
complete
I like
char-
that.
I liked it too. No,
Yeah.
I liked it.
He didn't have a complete arc. He just learned a couple of things. Sometimes
He
that's
just
all you
yeah, like they didn't give Baruka, the whole world at the end, which was nice. If he would have got the company at the end, it would have been a worse movie.
Yes.
Do you know how old he was supposed to be in this movie? How old his character was?
28,
They mentioned it. 27.
27.
In the
Okay.
newsreel towards the end when they came
How
out
old was he
and said-
really? Like 35?
I don't know. But I think it is worth talking about. Like, Adam Sandler was, I mean, he's still sort of like a phenomenon
It's
to
just
some degree,
weird.
even
In
now,
some weird
just
way,
from
yes.
a money-making standpoint.
Yeah,
I would
But
say inexplicably.
yeah.
Him and Michael Bay.
But like back then he was, I remember like through up to Waterboy, and maybe even a movie or two after that. I don't even remember after Waterboy. Like Little Nicky might have been the end. That might have been the end of his run. But like from Billy Madison to there, he was. I remember him being like a huge.
He was.
deal.
Unstoppable despite the negative press.
Yeah.
He was.
And he had and that was coasting from SNL into his albums. His two like.
Yep.
Yeah, the ones with the goat.
Yeah, those were like, I looked at that on Wikipedia, double platinum, 2 of them. No, 2 times double platinum for both albums through 96. And then with Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, like he was
Dang.
a huge deal.
He was. I remember this.
But like, why? I guess what I'm trying to figure out is like, is there just sort of like an age where people like him? Or is it like a generational thing? Because I don't understand it.
No, I
don't get it.
I think it's an age because even though he's not the hugest deal, he's still very relevant in today's market.
Yeah.
He still makes movies, and now we cringe at it. You know what I mean?
Are they? But they're not kids' movies, though.
No. I didn't say they're kids.
I know. I'm trying to figure out who is his market.
Stupid people.
He said it.
Stupid. The same people who love Transformers. And there's nothing wrong with it. You can make money. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing wrong.
He
There's a
needed a
reason.
pool, okay?
Stupid people. I'm sorry.
Put my glasses back on so I can feel better. my movie is
Stupid people who like the
It's
most
the
sophomore
best of his
things.
stupid
And then, and that's
movies.
why I loved him when I was younger. And now it's like, that joke is run old. It's run thin. It's stupid. Like, stupid people run the world. It's true. We can see it. In current events right now going on.
Yeah.
Stupid people are they're what gauges society. So you make a stupid movie, it makes money, and Adam Sandler and Michael Bay still have jobs.
I mean,
And Brett Ratner.
I would say within the context of this movie, it's 100% stupid. Adam Sandler specifically,
But I enjoyed it for
his
it.
character plays into those tropes. I do feel like the rest of it, though,
That's why I loved
is
him.
pretty, like, there's a lot of
Solid things.
like solid joke telling,
And that's what made me laugh and
setups
smile. I just
and-
rewatched it before we came over here, and you kind of caught the tail end of it when you did. So I'm kind of fresh on it. No, I agree with you, Matt.
Yeah.
I like Adams. Like, I think he was still limited. I think other people contributed. You had great cameos with Steve Buscemi,
George Lucas
and,
effect,
we'll get-
eh?
yeah.
like other people came in and made stuff funny. So I think, if you just let it to, there was some little bit of effort not a lot of effort in this movie that made it good. And what I enjoyed about was the sprinkles of the other little funny bits that they did,
Yeah.
not in Adam Sandler. And I think even the stupid stuff that Adam Sandler does is funny, and it was funny for the first two movies, Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore. But then it's like, okay, that phenomenon for me, I'm done. I'm done with it. It's not that funny anymore. I like a little bit more smart humor, or smarter humor. But it's and smart doesn't have to be like sophisticated. It can be sophisticatedly dumb, and there was some sophisticatedly
There is
dumb.
some pretty good stuff in here.
Is that a word? Sophisticated.
Sophisticated little giggly.
No. Very sophisticated.
We got it.
Dumb stuff.
Yep.
That was
You
funny.
did it.
Thank you. Today, Junior.
Today, Junior.
No, the way it came off for me was it was almost a lampoon of how stupid people run the world because he's a rich kid and
Yeah.
he could have very easily just owned the company and then owned a part of that town,
Yeah.
And then the tour moves on.
Well, I would say
kinda doing
it
that
was
now.
almost like the parts where Adam Sandler's acting choices didn't come to the forefront were the parts where Billy was better. Like the parts where it was clearly like Adam being like reading the script and being like, "Oh, I'm going to do this
That
little
was
thing
funny.
here. I'm going to do this little thing here," and be like, "Ooh, I'm going to do a little voice, or I'm going to do one of my accents, or read it this way." That was when it was like,
The cringy.
that was kind of like,
Not the funny cringy.
ooh, that's why did you? It's
Yeah.
because I love it. It's still kind of funny to me, but like that's where it's kind of like that wasn't as good as it could have been. But when
No.
the script itself, I thought was
throwing
pretty solid.
It was. Is the concept of a guy going back to school is a funny concept.
Yeah.
So is the concept of aliens coming to Earth and using video games to fight us. So we're fighting real life video games like Donkey Kong and stuff. But then Adam Sandler took that
Then
over
he
too.
takes it,
He
yeah,
hijacked
and
that
ruins
too.
it.
So
Let's stop looking at Adam Sandler. Stop looking at Pim
all right.
Swan.
Stop
and
looking
go to
at
the
me,
next one.
Swan!
Let's do the next one.
Was there ever a more mustache twirling villain in a movie? I'm
More,
not sure.
yeah, without a mustache.
Isn't he a Star Trek villain?
I don't know.
I've seen him in a Star Trek episode.
So
Jeez, dork.
let's talk about the kind of setup to what kicks off the movie before we get into like him actually at school. Let's talk about Eric, the hotel, like what gets into it, and specifically him. And I think by the end of this, we're going to have to figure out what our favorite quote is because Eric is pregnant is pretty great. Oh, Eric is pregnant.
Society.
But yeah, you mentioned that you liked the premise of someone going back to school is pretty good.
It's a funny idea.
Rodney Dangerfield did it.
I will say
Hey, excuse me.
Eric is
No respect.
one of my favorite parts of the movie.
Yeah, he was funny.
Are you going to do that the
He
rest of the
played it straight.
He actually
You know my
had
doctor?
like a serious point. Like, you're gonna put 61,000 employees in the hands of this guy.
Yeah,
He's like,
I wouldn't do it.
It made perfect
like,
sense.
he really has a point. The entire movie.
Yeah,
Like,
he did.
Jesus.
He made perfect sense.
But I loved his performance in it.
He did. Yeah.
Bradley Whitford. He's a really good actor.
He was good, and the other guy, the guy who ends up getting the whole company,
Carl.
Carl was good.
Crazy Carl.
Yeah, he's in a lot of stuff.
Oh my god.
That weasel laugh.
Hi, George. No, he was good, and then like him playing it straight was good, but it was still over the top. Yeah, he was a good villain. He was the yin to the yang.
shitheads.
Yeah, yeah. The part that everybody glazes over, like he knocks out his secretary and she's in a coma.
And there are secretaries
In a coma. What? It's like, all right. Well,
I think you're supposed
well,
to kinda glaze
we'll never
over
come
it.
back to that. Neil Doyle's died too. So we'll.
It's so funny that she just keels over.
Yeah.
Joyce?
Joyce, and like
You're
and like-
supposed to glaze over it.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
No, I
It's
think
so absurd.
I agree with you. I called that back to make a point there. Yeah.
It's like the clown getting the
Yeah, that
hemorrhage.
was funny.
Having that playthrough, that was so good. Well, and I think like his dad was also shoot.
He's a
what's
good
his
actor.
name? He's in Christmas Story and
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Is that
That's
dad?
right. You're
Yeah.
right.
he's in something else.
Fragile
too.
must be
Yeah.
Italian. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That's where.
That's a real award there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a real award.
Yeah. That's a good point. He's in a lot of stuff.
But the way they do the scene on the staircase that kind of kicks off the whole movie was pretty great. Like they just kind of look. You see just how stupid he is.
Yeah.
R-O-K.
Oh, the sea is silent, and then he starts dancing to the music. That was funny. Like that was like good breaking the fourth wall. I'm gonna break this.
You thought of that? Oh, I go back to school 2 weeks, get my degree, and then his dad's like, "You thought of that all by yourself, huh? Oh, it's not a bad idea." Like just so condescending.
Yeah.
And they're just sitting at the bottom of the stairs, just letting it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
I'm trying to think of other good Eric's. There was the scene where Eric's in the three-legged race with the little kid.
Yeah.
Oh,
Come
yeah.
on, kid.
You're embarrassing me.
You're a joke. You're embarrassing.
It was so bad. He was actually dragging the kid as long as they good thing they were on concrete.
Speaking of kids getting abused in this movie, do you have that?
I have the clip
The
ready.
interview? Let's watch that.
This is
Siskel and
great.
Ebert? Okay.
No, not that one. The well, I don't know if you have the Conan interview
Let me
Oh.
get that queued up.
because
One moment.
child abuse wasn't just a like an on-screen effect.
Here it
You mentioned
goes.
Billy Madison. I just want to ask you the
No.
story because the dodgeball scene in that
It
movie
goes
is so
here.
great.
Yeah,
where
yeah.
you're whipping the dodgeballs
Yeah.
at kids, and then I found out later on, and I don't know if it's
You know,
true.
in these interviews,
that,
Adam Sandler's almost
that
funny.
didn't go quite as you thought it would go. It wasn't set up correctly.
It was our first movie that we were doing, and we had some control of, and we wrote that movie. Billy Madison is the dodgeball scene. I'm hitting all these first graders
Really hard.
really hard with a dodgeball, and so we go to shoot it. And this is like 20 years ago, guys, so I'm just guessing if this is correct. But so I hit some kid pretty hard, and he gets upset and he starts crying. And then the parents all come up to me, they're like, "Hey, what's the deal?" And I was like, "What do you mean? What happened?" They're like, "Yeah, the kid, you nailed that kid." I was like, "Oh, no, that's the scene. I'm supposed to, I'm like a big guy, went back to school, I'm supposed to plug all these kids as part of the joke." And they were like, "Oh, no." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" They're like, "Oh," I said, well, didn't they read the script? They go, "They're 6, they don't read yet." I was like, well, I said, "But I know, yeah, come on." And anyways, I said, "All right, I won't do it," or something. And I think I told the guys to roll anyways, and I nailed a bunch of kids. And something awful like that. But those kids grew up, and guess who they are today? I don't know.
That's good.
Bam.
Terrible story.
That's pretty funny. Yeah. So it was real.
That was
He
funny.
just
He
pegged some
really
kid.
was pegging him.
Let's go to the next one. Let's talk about back to
to
school.
school.
Yeah, perfect graphic.
Back to school.
Um,
Pretty good.
That was such a...
I'm going back to school.
Going back to
Right after him complaining about the snack pack.
Yeah.
Gotta say, snack packs, not that good.
No, they're really overrated, but I bet they like... Do you think they paid?
Oh yeah.
You think they did?
How else do you think this movie got financed? All that $10 million? Snack pack.
Maybe not. Maybe they didn't pay. Maybe he just loves snack packs.
Got
Kind of like
free
like how what's his name in Rick and Morty loves Shoney's.
Yeah.
And,
The
and,
Szechuan sauce.
You know, this is nostalgia for me.
So I think every single thing with the school is amazing.
Yeah, I think it's
Miss Lippy into the the spelling bee, into the everything with the third grade class and the field trip.
You said Glade. Boo! You don't know how to read.
Yeah.
Way to go.
Thank you.
To the
Doesn't make everything
janitor,
better, does
the
it?
janitor with the
Yeah.
I'd rather have a beer.
That's kind of a good
That's like a droopy dog.
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
I'd rather have
let's
a
get.
beer.
Oh boy.
And then
I'm
into
so
Principal
happy.
Anderson all the way through high school. Everything. I loved it. Every
Yeah.
single thing.
No,
in
I did
school.
too. I
It's
did
so
too.
good.
I
With
did.
each age difference too. Like there's so much comedy there, and they play it up at each one.
And they
It's
played
so
up to
good.
like if you went through all you know, if you've graduated high school, you kind of get like you kind of get like how the bullshit, you know, every grade, like you know, like especially high school. When they get to high school, it's like
stay here.
don't ever go.
For the love of God.
Stay. Cherish it.
That jiggling.
Yeah, they found the fattest kid with the fat, like, and they stretch his face.
And then they cut to the back of him, and he's got this like long rat tail
Yeah.
too. That was good casting of that kid.
Yeah, was he in O'Doyle? No, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't. We'll get to O'Doyle.
Ugh.
But yeah, I thought like the way they used the little kids, especially, or the scene where Miss Lippy reads to them, the dog puppy lost his way.
Oh, yeah.
The line. This might be my favorite line, actually. You get your ass out there and you find that fucking dog.
Yeah,
They're just like all asleep and passed out.
Yeah, fine.
You know, Miss Lippy, the part I didn't like.
Yeah, that was funny.
You got a responsibility.
He comes off so genuine there.
She was pretty funny, and like then they did the montage of first grade, and she's putting glue in her face. She's like,
Why?
and she's like this. She's like this.
But why?
They made
why.
They made just as many jokes about the ages and the what just funny things kids can do and what you do in those grades, as well as the teachers at those
Yes.
grades, which I thought was
That was funny.
Like Borophil wouldn't have been as funny if it wasn't for, I think that was Robert Smigel playing the science professor, like playing up his like 2-second line. Like if that didn't land, then it wouldn't have been as funny because
Yeah.
you get it. You're part of the joke. Like
Yeah.
you know, like everybody's been in that class. Where it's just like, oh my god.
Well, like it's kind of a call. Well, no, never. No, I was going to say call back to Ben Stein and Ferris Bueller, but no. But he was trying to make it interesting, and Ben Stein was just boring.
And the yeah,
Oh, yeah.
he tries to make those terrible jokes.
Yeah.
What else stands out to you guys when they're in school? Like what scene or
Yeah,
obviously the dodgeball's pretty epic. But
the one line I remember the most. Well, the two scenes. There's two scenes. I love when Chris Farley makes his cameo and gets all stews. He just stews in the bus. That was pretty
the
fun.
first one, the first time
time.
you see him.
Yeah,
his
like
face
space,
is like
yeah.
going red.
Look, he must have had a massive headache to do that because you can see like his
You can see the veins
the
popping.
veins popping.
All improvised.
But
that one.
yeah, that's his forte.
Yeah.
like he just loses it. And I just really laughed real hard, like when his little fourth grade friend or third grade friend that he made peed his pants, and he goes, "What's wrong?" And he turns like, "Goo!" I was like, "Goo!"
That was a good scene.
I love that.
That was all of that because that also had the
The lady.
Is anyone listening to me?
I love that. Is it?
Are there any horse socks?
Yeah. Is anybody listening?
People always quote the like, if pee in your pants is cool, then consider me Miles Davis. But I think her intro is way funnier.
When I watched it earlier, I remember cracking up with that part. But those are the things I loved about this movie. That part, and like, I tell you, took your lunches. It was Sasquatch.
That damn Sasquatch.
It was damn Sasquatch.
Which is also funny because they show who took the lunches.
Yeah.
It was Chris Farley and then randomly the two friends.
Yeah, laughing.
Why is Norm Macdonald there?
Yeah.
I do love. Okay, I do like. This is one part I loved. This you reminded me of one of the part where he cuts his friend spraying the kid.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't even know you. Why are you doing this? Like,
What are you doing, mister?
that line was funny. He's like,
He's like, you all right, man? Yeah.
he's so dry. He's so dry. And like, demented.
He goes right
spraying
into
his
the
kid.
mucus queen, too.
Yeah. He's like, why are you doing
You can
this?
have
I
the
don't-
mucus
It's like, I don't even know
All
you.
right.
Why
So-
are you doing this?
I think here's one of the best like sequences, like one after another moments in the movie. I think he goes to take a pee, and the toilet's too small.
Yeah.
Like that's not like in itself like
do the same
super
joke in
hysterical,
Uncle
but
Buck.
it's like a great.
You can
I
relate.
never would have thought of that like as an adult to see like.
Oh, I have. I went back to my old
you
grade
go to
school.
a lot of grade school bathrooms.
Well, I went back to my old grade school because my little nephews and nieces go there.
Yeah.
And I remember like being there for some reason and how do you... No, you know what it was?
I was hanging out in the bathroom having a good time.
No, used to play basketball.
This
And
guy
I used to play
had,
basketball
he
late night
ID'd
at
me.
the gym. There, somebody had keys to the gym there. We used to play basketball all the time. We used to, it was kind of cool. You throw money in to do it, but get access to the gym because the athletic director had the access. And when you went down the bathrooms, down the basement, because
Like
it was
little.
like oh
Yeah,
you had to
got
go
it. Crouch down.
crouch down. That's what it was.
So it goes
I don't
from the
care about
toilet
Mississippi.
to the milk, where he's like, "You want some of this milk?" And he says,
You
"I'd
want
rather
some
have
of
a
this
beer."
milk?
Which was funny. Then
I'd rather have a beer.
then it goes right into the sequence of the glue on the
Could be
face,
our milk.
and the montage, and then the blue duck right after that. Like that's a pretty great. That's quacktastic.
Yeah.
Why?
So stupid. It's just
Why are we laughing at that line?
because we are the lowest common denominator. We are what keeps the world running. We are the
Man.
dreamer of dreams.
Another great.
the miracle
Well, so
workers.
let's talk about before we go to the. Fuck it.
Make
Go
up
to the
your
next
mind.
one.
Okay.
The next one is more like let's
it, we'll
talk
do it
about
live.
all the amazing side characters in the movie.
Okay.
Because that's basically what makes it. Really,
Oh yeah,
right.
that's the movie.
Yeah.
For me, anyways.
So let's talk about O'Doyle. Then I want you guys to pick your favorite side character. That's not O'Doyle. Because I thought the O'Doyle thread through it is like
It's great.
the perfect thread all the way through.
Yeah, it's-
It's so anticlimactic and funny at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They kill him.
They
kill
bring
him
it
all.
up. And the generations, because that's also kind of a relevant thing when you go back to school. You see like where each kid is in which grade throughout their whole family, and they're all like these redhead bullies.
Yeah,
and-
right, yeah.
Which I guess is something he's pulled into like all of his movies. Mm-hmm. He has an O'Doyle in like all of them. Do you know that?
I didn't know that.
Getting into the lore.
And they're all bullies, and like
That's
then it becomes sort of like
Maybe
okay,
maybe there's a redheaded Irish kid that was a bully to him growing up. I mean, that's his
potentially.
callback. Yeah.
Gotta say that banana peel callback is one of my
Oh.
favorite things about this movie. It's so satisfying.
You know, it's interesting. When I watched it today, I analyzed how they did that, and I know it's pretty easy how they did it. They shot the truck go by. Someone just dropped a banana, like when it went by off screen, so it looked like he
course.
threw it out, and the way you cut it looks like he threw it out.
Yeah.
So that's how they did that scene.
Movie magic.
Oh, $10 million, well spent.
Wizard. Yeah, I thought, and the way they show each one doing something like being a bully too, like
I
plays
have a
into
feeling your entire family's gonna
plays
go
into
down.
his like kind of transformation out of being a bully himself too, which I
Yeah,
thought was
yeah.
good. And then just the comedy of it.
And calling-
The banana plays through. Not even it's because of Chris Farley.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, Chris
And
Farley.
he's
threw
mad
the
about
thing
it.
down.
He's like, it doesn't even matter what he's
Start
saying.
of another day.
Yeah. Band down by the river. Bloody freaking da.
Hey, Mom, I can't see you real good. Oh, jeez. It's been a long time since I've seen that.
I wish that Chris Farley did not die.
Yeah,
he's
me
a
too.
national treasure. Like, he really was. I
But
enjoyed.
how do you know that he wouldn't have succumbed to the Adam Sandler effect in this day and age?
Oh, he wouldn't. He
You don't
wouldn't.
know.
He wouldn't
You
because
don't
he
know.
wouldn't
Come
because
on.
he didn't have to be like a mainstream, the marquee. He could be like side characters and stuff, and you would just use him. He's so
I agree,
funny.
but there's no way to know for sure.
Oh, I know.
So would you think Chris Farley's the best side character?
To me,
in this?
I lit up when Chris Farley, because I forgot he was in this movie in it. Like, for Miss Veronica Vaughn.
piece of
Sweet
ace.
piece of
That is correct.
That is correct is just amazing.
I can't believe I didn't put that on my keyboard.
That is cool.
You're right. He was, and then I love the dryness of Norm Macdonald.
So I've got
Oh,
a line.
Liam.
The best line of Norm's is, I think, and there's a lot to choose from,
really?
is when he goes at one of the parties. He goes, "You want to give the donkey beer, get it all messed up?" And Adam Sandler or Billy Madison goes, "Maybe later," or something like that. And he goes, "I'll go put some beer in a bucket," and just leaves, like in case you want to do it later.
That reminds me. Like, I love the scene, and I don't know if this plays into best lines too, but like, I forget what she says, but when like towards the end, Veronica Vaughn's like, "You gotta." Some people in life just want to drift through and do nothing with their lives, and we're like, "What is she talking about?" But he's just like, "What is she talking about?"
I think they're playing Marco Polo. That was a
They're
great
so
game.
deadbeats.
And he wakes up being passed out.
Yeah, hey, Billy, I had an
Hey,
idea."
Billy. Where's Billy?
I don't know.
He's at school, man.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Where do those guys live?
Just there, I guess.
Oh.
They just
Hanging out,
crashed
Billy.
there.
And then they're hanging out with the bus driver the other half of the time.
So funny.
And they're also just always in the background.
Yeah.
Like during the song, they just appear and are like
Yeah.
marching with him.
Yeah, they're not, there's no great importance to them. They're
No.
just there. That's what's funny about it. I think that's what's funny about it.
The randomness of it.
Their
Well,
omnipresence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah, like what was the point of the guy? Like of him, there's no callback or point of the guy like the old man that they put the
shit.
the shit in. Like, there's no point.
You're all
bags again.
It's like you're all gonna die. That was it.
Judas Priest, another flaming Judas Priest.
Don't step on it.
Great, see this ghost. Yeah, it was. Yeah,
Call the fire department. This one's out of control.
but like it's funny for 2 movies, that kind of stuff, and then it gets like, okay, well,
no. Well, it's
I'm
kind
done.
of that like Judd Apatow thing too. Like I feel like his movies are really good 1 or 2 times. His are the opposite of this almost, where it's like the first time you see a Judd Apatow movie, maybe even the second, you really enjoy it. But if you
What's the
watch
Judd
it
Apatow movie?
like Knocked Up or
Oh, yeah.
Super
Yeah, I'm
Bad
with
or
you. Yeah.
like they're really funny maybe the first time, and then if you watch it again, it's like, oh, I kind of lost all of that.
Well,
'Cause it's more mean.
Yeah.
I think like a lot of the jokes come off very mean.
well, is it the Farley brothers? Is it
The Farrelly brothers?
Farrelly brothers?
Brothers.
If you go back and watch Kingpin, I get it's the same reactions. Like I remember laughing. Like I think this is better than Billy Madison's. Like still funnier. But I remember watching Kingpin, and it was not nearly as funny as I remember it.
I never
It's
thought
kind-
it was funny to start with.
It is. Yeah, I thought it was, but then you watch it again. It's like this is not that funny. It's not. I mean, other than just some of the stuff with Bill Murray, it's not that funny.
Yeah. I mean,
Who's your favorite cameo?
I mean, who can't love Chris Farley to death?
Yeah. I love Chris Farley.
What was up with his nanny? Did they actually have some sort of thing going
Juanita.
Yeah.
Nothing.
on? Was that
Want me to take my shirt off for you?
was he actually doing stuff with her, or was
No,
she
I
just being
think she
She was
wanted
just
to.
kind of like
She's
jokingly
fantasizing.
coming on to him.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
'cause
how I interpreted all that.
I don't. Could have been either way. That's the way I saw it.
You want to see like a extensive backstory movie about their relationship?
Yeah, sure.
One other
live to
good
love.
cameo. It was Steve Buscemi.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
Steve
knocked it out of the
Buscemi.
park.
He had 2 scenes
Yeah.
total. No, I guess 3 if you count the very end.
Yeah. No, just 2.
I mean the like when he kisses Juan.
Oh yeah,
kisses
yeah.
the-
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
The very close to being Deus Ex Machina sort of ending
Yeah.
sort
Yes.
of thing.
I'm glad I called that guy.
and his both his wave and his like very serious
Yeah.
thumbs up, like
And walking
perfect,
out-
somehow
and walking
perfectly
out.
acted.
Yeah.
I don't like
Oh, he's brilliant.
so much like character even in how he did that
He's American Treasure too.
and how he put the lipstick on and
Yeah.
responded in the phone call. Like, so good.
It's so good. But the key, I think, especially to comedy, and this is, I think, why I think that this movie's funny. I think other people are funnier than Adam Sandler in this movie is because they commit 100% to it.
Yeah.
And then if you commit 100% to it, that's why it's
Comes
funny.
off like more like
it's-
you're not pretending. and-
Yeah, but that's what's so
Yeah.
funny. This is so ridiculous.
Yeah.
But you're 100% doing this ridiculous thing. That's what's so funny.
What did you think of I can't remember the actress's name now. Bridget something. Veronica Vaughn.
Veronica Vaughn. Yes.
We were
I mean, she
saving
wasn't
that.
supposed. She wasn't supposed to be. She clearly wasn't supposed to be. She's the straight.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Respond.
Have you
to.
seen her in any other movies?
No.
Nope.
I
That's
don't
what I
think
think. That's what
so.
everybody else thinks of her.
She was
too.
married to Pete Sampras for a long time. That's how.
Pete
Who?
Sampras.
Pete Sampras?
Who's that?
Are you serious? Best tennis player ever?
Oh yeah. Pete Sampras. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
Oh.
I think she's been in a lot of stuff. I just can't think of it. I mean, she
Yeah.
was like a '90s.
Yeah, I
actress,
mean,
you
she's
know?
an attractive actress.
I thought she did fine. Honestly,
yeah, I mean,
It just they didn't give her. She was literally like her character, just complete 180
There
on
was
a dime
no-
was
yeah.
dumb. But like she played her scenes fine. Like where she goes, "Why don't you guys stay here?" When he shows up drunk and sees the penguin again. Why don't you guys stay here and you can burn shit on my living room floor? Like I thought that was a good
Yeah.
line read.
that was funny. What's really funny is in Happy Gilmore, the female lead is the mom from Modern Family. So she actually had
I
a
was
career,
not aware of that.
But I think she's a better actress.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she actually has like
Comedic
comedic
timing.
chops. Yeah.
I think if you have comedic timing, to be honest with you, if you can sell funny, it means you're a good actor. I really do think, because like Steve Buscemi is hilarious, but he's also a good
Always.
actor too.
Yeah.
I mean, Bradley Whitford's won several Emmys for like West Wing and some other stuff.
Which
He's
one's Bradley?
Eric.
Eric, yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
He was in Get Out this summer, and he's in a bunch of stuff.
Because I think there's goofy people like Adam Sandler, are just goofy people.
He was in Cabin in the Woods. Did you ever see Cabin in the Woods?
I have.
He's the one of the 2 guys, behind the scenes in the suits, the 2
Don't
funny.
spoil it.
Well, I mean, yeah. Have you seen Cabin in the Woods?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I gotta watch.
I mean,
it
and he
again.
plays that funny too. I think the worst side character was the principal.
I loved him. I thought he was funny.
As a kid, I loved him too. Now, he has funny moments, but the I'm horny stuff, especially at
That's
the
a
end.
line.
The
That's
Valentine,
stupid,
the
yeah.
Valentine was good, but the very end where it's like I'm still horny.
I like his,
that
no,
nope,
I don't like.
not
I'm
doing
with
it.
you. I don't like those scenes, but I like his scenes as I was. Where did you get that? Like I like how he
Yeah.
portrayed that.
Sorry, Billy.
Sorry, like those little stuff. Like I thought that was funny.
And
but
the fact that when he's in the pool and he tries to hit him with the inflatable thing,
yeah,
and then he waddles in with the
yeah.
it's
Where's
just-
the bathroom?
that was simple just for funny visual. Like he's got these big flippers on, just shuffling in.
I did like him coming in at the end rescuing. Ah, he's just waiting.
There were 2 Deus Ex Machinas in that scene.
Yeah. 3 if you count the fact that Harvard-educated Eric couldn't come up with a coherent sentence. Just
But then again, I don't know. As a somewhat of a storyteller, I appreciate when the rules are broken in a humorous manner. So sometimes Deus Ex Machina can be used to great effect.
well, and even in that moment, it was he chose business ethics, which obviously, even though we're not given,
He doesn't have ethics.
yeah, we're not even really given that many examples of him not being ethical, really.
Yeah.
I guess like he bribed the janitor, and then he knocked out
blackmailed
his
secretary.
Well, I guess, but that's not business. That's not business. Like he
That's just
blackmailed
ethics.
Max, I guess.
Yeah.
But
I guess that, yeah.
Max killed somebody.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
That is just
He
kind
did
of
not
like,
poke my leg when he didn't have the oxygen.
oh, I've got a subscription to the magazine. That was the way he said that. Was, how did you get that?
How
oh, I've
did-
got a
I
subscription.
got a subscription. Yeah.
Jeez.
He hit a senior citizen. Like he threw something at the seniors. So specific. We're kind of dancing around the best scene, I think, in the movie, or the best sequence of scene, which is the decathlon. So let's move to the last one,
Oh, my wife, the tramp.
and we could talk about the whole thing, not just the questions at
Dog
the end.
poo and its effects.
Dog poo, and the human response.
He's like, please get that one. Please get that
Oh,
one.
that was what it was. Okay.
There were like 4 of those boxes, and the options were about his wife,
Yeah.
the tramp, which is pretty funny.
Those are my kind of favorite jokes, too, because they're I wouldn't call them subtle. They just don't jump out at you.
The back, like kind of in the background
Yeah,
that they don't
just-
call attention to.
Yeah.
Like how when they start the decathlon, the clown is just in the audience
Yeah.
too. Like it runs into the school.
But I think
behind
those
them.
are the best jokes. I think those are the best bits in humor to me. Is that those little sprinkles, those little like, hey, it's very thoughtful and attention to detail jokes.
Yeah.
I love those jokes.
Well, and it's also kind of and maybe this is just a comedy staple, but like they didn't just give all the lines to the same characters. Like there was the moment where they're doing the track and then Eric gets knocked over and there's just 2 random kids who we never see again just sitting on the bench going like, dude, did you see that guy's balls? Yeah, they were weird looking. Like they went out of their way and cast 2 people just to say those lines.
Yeah.
Whereas like somebody else, like they could have made it convenient and had somebody else say something.
but that's where like they didn't need the line to me. Like, that's going okay. That's funny.
Oh, shut up.
That's more Adam Sandler.
I laughed my ass off
Those
as a
are weird
kid
looking, but-
at that line.
I didn't know that existed until like I forgot about
Balls?
That.
You didn't know
the-
balls existed?
Oh, okay. All right, Adam Sandler. No,
That's where you
Very
need
nice.
crickets for me.
fart. that's Adam Sandler like nowadays. No, I thought like that like it wasn't that funny. It was like it's kind of like Mel Brooks with me where it's like
Sometimes he's hilarious. Sometimes it's
sometimes
cringy.
all right, to point out the joke, to make the joke obvious.
I'm with you, Ben.
It's like
Well, what else was the joke? I mean, you got pushed over. Like they didn't. I mean, then you cut the scene, or what do you mean?
cut it.
You just cut it with the
Yeah.
joke being
Or
that Adam
perhaps
pushed
have
him
It didn't
over.
need a joke there. You don't need a joke. He pushed him.
Well, you need a joke to conclude that scene.
But make
right?
it a good joke.
Okay.
Yeah,
so you're saying that the
The lines could have been phrased
type
a bit
itself,
better.
the joke itself wasn't.
Yeah, let's
very
make it more thought out.
good. Yeah.
Look at his ball. That's like what humor is for some people, and that go ahead.
Some of those people are 6.
And some of those people make Adam Sandler a lot of money.
I'm just
Hey,
gonna
more power to him.
put these back on. So.
Yeah, put him back on. Will you?
I thought that was
Defense
still
mechanisms up, Captain.
Funny. Yeah.
Raise shield.
Don't look at me.
Queen's level 3, Captain.
So I thought each one though was good. What was they started with the math joke with him being really
Yeah.
good, and then like Eric drinks his own pee, which I'm sure you hated, and then
yeah, that wasn't good.
the cooking one where he catches on fire.
that was
genuinely
funny.
funny.
That was hilarious. Like that's stupid stuff.
Just on fire.
Like some tragedies happening.
Can someone explain him pulling the shoe out of the thing?
That
in the
one I
science
didn't
one?
get. I didn't really
Are we supposed to get it?
I didn't
No.
think it was funny either. Like, okay, whatever.
No.
There's another one we're missing. Oh, the track one, and then
The flute playing and the violin.
the clarinet.
He's good.
He's good. I thought I still quote that line.
Good. The acting one was stupid.
You didn't like the acting
Oh,
one?
I love the acting.
I like the
one.
acting one because of Eric in it. Because
Yeah.
you could tell he was trying to do a voice, and
Yeah.
it gave his character.
You know what voice he was doing there, Aaron? He was doing the acting voice of Data in Star Trek when he was like when he quotes Shakespeare.
Wow.
Yeah. Everything comes back to Star
Everything
Trek.
comes back to Star Trek.
And Jurassic Park.
But the best part is obviously the speech about "We Are All Dumber" from the.
Yeah, that was.
That's an all-timer.
He was great.
Scene.
We were talking about that before the walk over here, like how straight and like just dry that guy played his part, and that's what was so funny. Like keeping a straight face, you know, especially like, and there's no cheating, especially with my wife, who's a dirty tramp.
Well, and all of his lines, they didn't cut.
No.
He said it all like that.
All the way
His
through.
little monologue about like we're all dumber.
now.
Like that was all one long take that he did perfectly
It was
straight,
great.
and like it brings the weight of it up. a
Yeah,
little more.
absolutely.
Like it's
it made it good.
And then he just stands there the whole time.
Yeah.
All the events on the stage, he's just in the background.
Oh, he's just got a gun. Whatever.
yeah.
okay.
I think that's what makes it funny. Like,
Yeah.
he is just as funny with the other comedians on there. Having a good straight man,
Yep.
you know.
Like, what do you call him?
Zeppo.
Yeah, Zeppo. You and I are on the same page with that one.
Zeppo Marx.
Zeppo. So now having watched it again, what has changed from when you remember watching it the first time, if anything?
I remember, you know, being an impressionable little kid, just thought it was off the walls, hilarious, like peeing my pants. But there were some enjoyable parts. I think, like I told you at the beginning, I enjoyed this. I'll watch it again like 10 years from now. But it's not up there the best, funniest movies of all time to me. I think it's way down on the list. But I think it's one of the best Adam Sandler movies. I think it's the best Adam Sandler movie by far. I think I rather watch, you know, Chris Farley movies.
What about anger management?
No. You'd rather watch Chris Farley movies than this?
Yeah. Yeah.
You like Chris? Oh God. Okay, we're gonna have to do a movie.
Black
We're gonna have
Sheep
to do
was pretty
We're gonna have to
funny.
do a thing.
No, wait, what was
You
the
like
one-
Chris Farley
what was the one
humor
with Dan
over
Aykroyd in it?
the?
Dan Aykroyd.
That's Tommy Boy.
Yeah, that's
right?
Tommy Boy.
Tommy Boy is funny. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I think Chris. I think Chris Farley is
We'll
hilarious.
give the Chris Farley thought.
David Spade, I don't like that much, but Chris Farley, I like.
David Spade's okay sometimes.
Yeah.
But not in like Dickie Roberts' former child.
No,
star.
I like.
God, no.
I like. I don't know. There's something about. I mean, I thought it was. I think it's a good movie. It's got a lot of nostalgia for me. I love it, but in terms of comedy, it's not the funniest thing ever. I think Dumb and Dumber is a lot funnier.
Siskel thought the same thing.
Yeah.
Dumb and Dumber
Let's
was
just watch
hilarious.
that.
Want me to pull up the clip?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Let's
okay.
let's watch that.
Okay.
Okay, next movie, and our next movie is Billy Madison, the latest entry in the Dumb and Dumber American movie sweepstakes with Adam Sandler, opera man from Saturday Night Live, playing the often drunk heir to a big fortune who makes a bet with his exasperated dad if he goes back to
retrospect,
school
we probably
and
should
can
have started.
pass grades 1 through 12 in just
Yeah,
6
whatever.
months. He can take over dad's firm and keep it out of the hands of a jerky executive. And so we see such dismal scenes as this. Adam Sandler as Billy Madison throwing dodgeballs real hard at little kids.
Look at them. They're bleeding.
Those kids look like they're getting hurt. And then there's his come on to his beautiful third grade teacher, nicely played
Get
by
off my
newcomer
lawn.
Bridget Wilson.
Wilson.
Okay, so let's all open up our Reading is Fun books to page 69.
69. Now she and Billy do
69.
hit it off inexplicably and play a
there's that
history
word.
test version of strip poker.
Magna Carta.
We didn't talk about the music. The music is great.
I love the music. Bumbly.
Other than his drinking problem, Billy Madison doesn't explain why Billy acts like such a jerk so often. But then again, a decade ago, Stripes didn't have to explain why Bill Murray acted the fool in the Army. My problem is that Murray's fool made me laugh, Adam Sandler's made me wince and want to leave the theater. Am I getting older, or do I have taste? I think I have taste. Billy
I
Madison
think it's
is
both.
pretty late.
I think you have taste too, Gene. You know,
I think you're getting older.
every once in a while a critic is forced to go back and reevaluate his track record.
Yeah.
And after seeing Billy Madison
Oh, I know what you're going to say.
and Jerky Boys, Dumb and Dumber is beginning to look more and more like Citizen Kane.
Well, Dumb and Dumber is a good picture.
I should have rated Dumb
Yes.
and Dumber a little higher to have more room underneath to shove these other pictures in. Adam Sandler has a problem, and that is he's not an attractive screen presence.
No,
he might have a future as a villain.
He
or
might.
As a
He
fall
made a
guy
career
or
out
butt
of
a joke.
bullshit.
But as the
Billionaire
protagonist,
now.
He's a
his
billionaire.
problem is
But I
that
kinda
he
agree with him
recreates
to an
the fingernails
extent.
on the blackboard syndrome.
He's
He's
not too far off.
Yeah, he's obnoxious.
But there's
And,
there's
really, you
a
don't have
career.
good
There's
motivation for the
clearly
character's
Turn this off,
behavior.
Aaron.
They didn't
I
even
don't want to
get
hear
that
this
out.
nonsense
okay.
anymore.
blah 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 yakety schmack.
No.
Sorry.
All right, we're gonna have to get into a deeper discussion about why you think
Whoa, there's a 5-minute
Dumb and
warning.
Dumber and Chris Farley humor is even
Oh,
smarter
Dumb
than
and Dumber is a lot.
of the stuff in
Dumb and
here.
Dumber is more sophisticated than.
You're kidding me.
Oh, it's.
You want to
funnier.
say you're gonna tell me that the voices in Dumb and Dumber aren't as grating as the voices that Adam Sandler does in this movie?
I'm ready to hear the most annoying sound in the world.
You're telling me you love? Oh my god! All right. That's your here. You want the nostalgia?
Those are nostalgia.
Now we should review Dumb and Dumber 2.
No, I haven't seen that, and I don't want to.
Aaron, what? Did you watch this again recently, or
Yeah, I
what
watched it yesterday.
What's your? Did anything change for you?
I don't know. I
Be
go back and
honest. Be
forth.
honest.
Like
Say what you must.
Yeah.
Don't
I
leave
can
it there.
take
As is usual, I tend to be right in the middle of the two extremes of your two opinions. And I love bits of this movie, and there are parts of it I'm like, come on, guys.
I'm with you, Aaron. Like I'm 100% with you. Like I think it's a great. It's like I love it.
But
There's-
it
there's
was
go-
funny at the time, I guess.
It was.
It's context. I
Yeah.
mean,
it's a lot funnier than Kingpin. That's for sure.
yeah, I did not enjoy that.
Kingpin's not that good. I thought it was.
But I will say that
I laughed. I enjoyed this movie.
I did too. I enjoyed it. I sat there for the whole hour and a half without doing anything else, watching the movie. It
Me
was
too.
a good time.
It was enjoyable.
Just because we're hard on it, that doesn't mean we don't like it.
no, but I'm
I know.
I'm
I'm just
comparing
giving
it
you a hard
to
time.
other things.
It really isn't that amazing of a movie.
Of course not. It was just
Absolutely not.
it's one of those things where it's greater than the sum of its parts, maybe.
I will say, I still laughed at just about, or enjoyed just about every single scene, and I still appreciated what I really appreciated differently now, having watched it again, because it's been a little while since I've seen it. Was that it had stupid jokes, but it also had a lot of like this joke. Oh, that thing was set up a long time ago.
Yeah,
Or
set up
that's a
and payoff is one of my
callback, or
favorite
like
things.
playing off of another scene,
Yeah.
or like we've kind of established a little trend for that character, and like some of the random stuff didn't feel so like Family Guy random.
It made it feel like there was some forethought in the scripting.
Yeah, and so like I appreciated, like obviously there's the Adam Sandler component where there's just like goofball off the wall stuff that's very polarizing, like his voice is that. But I felt like the movie itself was more impressive than I would have thought, having seen like, oh, that thing with the banana. I forgot that they showed the banana like 4 times, like 3 or 4 times
Yeah, they
really
did.
quickly. Like they really played it. Yeah. And so like seeing a lot of the comedies now, not just Adam Sandler comedies, although I guess you could use that as the trajectory. Like
Phone
a lot of movies don't do like the scripts aren't like this. They're not tight
No.
as tight
They're
as
SNL
this.
scripts.
No, I think.
Yeah.
I think, for me, I think there was the script is what had this going for it. I think that's what made it strong, and I think parts of Adam Sandler kind of made it weaker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I get that.
But also, there's parts of Adam Sandler that made it strong too. I'm not. You know, there's parts I laughed hysterically at Billy's character.
Billy boy. Billy. When are you gonna find what you're looking for?
Look at this poo.
He actually does it with like a goofy voice. Here's a nice piece of shit. Like right after that. Yeah. Well,
You know, I never did say what my favorite line was. Let me think.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Favorite line.
Miss Veronica Vaughn.
I have a soft spot for everybody my age pees their pants. It's the coolest.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Because that scene, it had the stupid humor and it had the heart
It
at
had
the
the
same
heart.
time.
It did.
Yep.
It
And
did.
it was good.
And he won over Veronica. For
Did you say your favorite line?
I kind of did. I kind of butchered it. What was it? It was I forget. What was it? It was
Try.
Oh, well, you guys talk while I figure it out.
Oh, we didn't mention the lunch lady.
Oh, yeah.
At all.
Well, she's only in it for 5 seconds.
The crazy, like,
I know
callback.
how you kids like it extra sloppy. Extra sloppy. But
like
those
a call out
characters
to
were
his
good.
song.
Those
yeah.
characters were
Yeah.
really good. Sloppy Joe.
Sloppy Joe.
My
Back
God, that
to
was
school.
weird.
I still think Eric is pregnant. It's probably my favorite. Like that's just so like crazy.
Yeah. I thought that was one of the weaker parts. But anyways,
God.
we digress.
Another just random one at the very start was when he passed out and like the in the entryway, and then the rich guys walk through the door, and he just goes leg and just grabs the leg. You see why I love this movie. This is like every other scene has crazy shit like that.
I think my favorite is like, don't ever go back to high school.
Yeah, that
like
that's classic.
don't ever stay here. Cherish it as long as you can. Cherish it. Cherish it. Yeah.
All right. Well,
I think we spent an hour talking about Billy Madison.
Yes,
everybody,
thank you for indulging
yeah.
my nostalgia movie. We'll have to do one of you guys next.
Yeah,
I know what mine's gonna be.
I don't know what we're gonna do next week. We'll have to figure that out.
We're going to find an audience someday.
Not that we really announced this one in advance, but
someday we'll have some views.
So we've got Game of Thrones again. Episode 6 Sunday.
Yes.
A new Game Sharks just came out.
We might do it Monday. Your Game of Thrones.
Did I say? Well, the new episode
6
comes out.
but
on
then
Sunday.
the review might be
it
Monday.
Might be Monday.
Yeah.
But Game Sharks.
There's going to be
how many more for Mario?
More frequent episodes. Nice. We're on a schedule now.
It's like you got organized.
We did.
Oh.
Well,
that was jarring.
Yeah.
What was that?
Back to school.
All right.
It was a good movie to pick, Matt, because school's starting now for people, and so it's kind of like appropriate.
Almost like a plan.
Yeah.
Bring it
Almost
home.
like you planned it, but you didn't plan it.
No, I didn't at all. It was just pick my favorite movie.
Yeah, lucky you. Lucky you, Billy.
All right. Well, thanks, everybody. Thanks for watching. Till next time.
Till next time.